Hey everybody, and welcome to the Hot Tag with your girl Izzy. Today I am so excited to be previewing the 2021 WWE Hell in a Cell with a very good friend of mine. He is a part of the Golden Era podcast. You've seen him on Total Bellas for the Bella Army pep rally, but he is the incredible and amazing Bella Army member. Jake Smith, how are you? Welcome to the show.
Hey! Oh my God, thanks so much for
goodness.
having me, Izzy. I'm so excited we're finally doing this.
We're doing this. This is happening. Like, no more playing around. We're here.
I'm so excited. Can I just share with you also, like the first time I met Izzy was Evolution Weekend.
Was
And
it
she had
really Evolution?
it was Evolution Weekend.
Jeez.
Because and I remember the first thing you said to me too. So we were because like everyone pretty much who went to Evolution stayed at the same hotel. Like there was a hotel like in the parking lot of the Evolution Arena. And I saw Izzy, and Izzy said to me, and of course, I was in Bella gear as usual. And Izzy said to me, I think Rhonda's gonna win.
I remember this. Okay. Didn't we followed each other?
Yeah.
On social media, so I just saw your tweets. That's why I was like,
so we had like followed each other because we're both like loud wrestling fans. So
loud
it's
wrestling
a thing. So, it's a thing. And then we connected and talked with her parents, and it was just amazing. Yeah. And it was one of my favorite parts of Evolution Weekend. So I'm so glad it happened. So.
It's so great to have you as a friend because I always love your tweets, and it's so funny whenever I watch Raw, SmackDown, or even NXT. I always think of you, and I'm like, what is Jake tweeting right now? Because you're usually like, oh my God, this was awesome. I love your tweets. They always make me so happy. And I'm like, I love Jake. This is awesome. But I'm so excited to have you on the show today. We're going to talk about Hell in a Cell, what we think is going to happen. And a disclaimer to everybody watching, we are filming this on a Friday afternoon. So if something gets announced, you know,
it is what it is.
We don't have a crystal ball. Yeah, so bear with us. But we're going to talk about everything, and I want to get into a match that a lot of people are looking forward to as well as me, and that is Alexa Bliss versus Shayna Baszler. Since you are the amazing guest, go ahead, give us your predictions, talk about it. What do you think?
Oh my God. Well, first of all, I'm obsessed with this feud, and I know it's gotten some mixed reactions. Isn't it good?
Yeah. I like it. It's like there's some parts where I'm like, okay, I would change that, but overall, I'm enjoying it. I think it's
right. Cool. Well, here's my perspective on it. I think if for 30 years we have seen like people like The Undertaker and Kane and all these with The Fiend like do all these like bizarre kind of out of the box things, I think it's about time we see a woman in that role. And I'm glad it's Alexa. I think she's doing a great job, and she's really shown her versatility over the last few years, especially as to what she can do. So this is something fresh for her. This is something fun for her. And you can tell she's having a great time with it, and she's loving it. So I'm excited for her. Shayna's not who I thought she was originally targeting when she was coming out, and she's like, Lily doesn't like one of you. I don't know. For some reason, I thought it would be Reginald. I don't know why. So I was like, oh, it's probably Reginald. But I was pleasantly surprised to see Shayna, and I think this is something fresh for Shayna to do as well. It's a unique kind of feud. It's a different kind of story. I loved that ending segment a few weeks ago. It was over the top. It was crazy. It was a little goofy. But you know what? It's wrestling. I'm not going to take it too seriously.
I was literally about to say it. It's wrestling, y'all. It's not that serious.
I was like, it's okay. It's fun. It's entertainment. If you don't like it, turn it off. But I am excited for this match. I think Alexa's going to get the win here. It makes the most sense. I think she's on a hot streak. I think she's working her way back into that title picture eventually.
I would love to see that.
I think, it's so weird because I saw someone post, I think yesterday, that it's been 3 years since she won the Raw Women's title at Money in the Bank. Yeah, and I was like, that's her last singles run, which is weird to think about because I see people talking all the time like, oh, she's always on top of the division, but she really hasn't been for years.
Yeah, she's been like I don't want to say lurking in the shadows, but she's been kind of doing her own thing, and I feel like we're really seeing that with this feud, and I really like it. And I feel like she's taken this whole story to a whole nother level. And I'm not discounting Shayna Baszler, because Shayna has been excellent. Like when they did that little package with the doll and the mirror.
Yes.
Oh, chills. I got chills. She was
acting. Where's the Emmy?
She was. Give her a Grammy. Or is it a Grammy? No, that's for music.
It's she could sing probably. I don't know. Yeah. She's super talented.
I always mix up the two. Honestly, that's me. But I just really like how they're just taking it to a whole nother level, and it's not just some corny horror sort of thing. I like that. Now, I do think Alexa's going to win. I feel like this is her time. She's been dominant. It would make more sense for her to win. And honestly, I was thinking about it. I was like, I wouldn't mind seeing this in a steel cage, honestly.
No.
I feel like that would bring it to another sort of universe. But I really like this story. It's fun. It's kind of good for Halloween. But I have Alexa winning this. I feel like she needs to win, solidify her scariness and her creepiness that gives you nightmares.
Totally. I hope Shayna, my only thing is I hope Shayna can move on to something too after this. If anything, I'm kind of hoping it's like sort of like, how The Fiend changes people he feuds with? I'm kind of hoping Shayna kind of has an awakening like that. That would be cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like go back to that super tough badass we were seeing in NXT. And I think like her even maybe playing a face against Nia and having a little feud there, because that's a missed opportunity if they don't have them feud a little bit. I want to see it. I hope Shayna, capitalizes on this as well. I think it could be a win-win for both of them.
I agree. I want to see Shayna go back to that tough, very no joking around. Like, I miss that Shayna. I'm not saying what we're seeing now from Shayna is bad. I just really miss that. And that was probably one of my favorite parts about Shayna Baszler. Yeah. She was just so edgy. She was so different. She just would go up to somebody and beat them up. I mean, who doesn't love that, honestly?
With Becky coming back, I could see her like being this complete badass, and then Becky coming back in, because they kind of never really finished their feud, and Shayna cut that awesome promo about like Becky just ruined her career having a baby.
Yeah. I think Nia did that too, because I remember she said something.
Yes.
It was Nia too. But I just want to see Shayna tough and
both ladies. I'm excited.
Yeah, and this match, it's going to be good. I know it is. And I know we were talking about how we haven't seen Alexa Bliss in the title picture in a while, but I want to get into a match that is for the Raw Women's Championship, Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair. Now, what I really like about this feud is how it's dating back all the way to WrestleMania, and how it's kind of bled through. It's not just, it hasn't stopped in the middle, just it's keeping, its pace. What I realized, this is a lot like the young champion who's like cool, going up against the more experienced person. I like that factor. I love this type of matches. So this one's a little bit tough for me, because I'm like, could Rhea win? She just won the championship. And then could Charlotte win? And we were just talking about Alexa, and we got to remember at the Royal Rumble, they kind of had a little tear down. I remember that. And I originally thought that was going to be the first feud, Rhea and Alexa. But obviously that did not happen. But I'm going to go with Rhea. I'm going to bet my money on Rhea. I'm putting my money down. I'm going with Rhea Ripley. I want her to win, because I feel like it would be something groundbreaking, because she beat Charlotte Flair, and Charlotte, Hell in a Cell, it's Charlotte's game. I'm just saying. But who do you have for this match?
I absolutely agree. I mean, in the past, historically, Hell in a Cell has been pretty good to Charlotte Flair. She's, I don't know if she's won every match at end, but I know she won in 2015 against Nikki, 2016, the first main event. So, she's had a great history at the pay-per-view, but I think this could be Rhea's time. Rhea, honestly, for me, has to win this. And I think she will, because at WrestleMania, when her and Bianca won, it kind of reminded me of a female version of back in 2005, Batista and John Cena won their respective titles at WrestleMania, and it was like the start of a new generation for the division. And I was like, it kind of reminded me of that at WrestleMania.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, like fresh faces, new people. And I think Rhea, honestly, she's super popular right now.
She is.
I think I've always loved that like alternative kind of woman, like not the stereotypical. And I think Rhea appeals to a lot of fans in that respect. And not to mention, like, her, like, I think her damn cameos sold out, like, really quick, so she's
They
popular.
did. I was watching that. I was like, what?
Yeah. I was like, that's crazy. So good for her. But I think she's got to win this. And I think this is going to be something that really solidifies her. And maybe she can move on to a new challenger post Charlotte. Because right now she's been in that feud with Charlotte, which I'm not
Asuka too.
Yes, and Asuka as well. So, which I mean, like, there's 3 top women in the Raw division. It makes sense. Charlotte, there's a natural story based on last year with Charlotte and Rhea, so it makes sense. And I think it's going to be a match that delivers. People hate on Charlotte, but she always delivers. Like, you have to agree. So,
I love Charlotte. I'm sorry. I love Charlotte. She rocks.
I agree. And I can't wait to see what gear she busts out, because I've been loving the pay-per-view gears that she's been debuting. So I'm excited for this match. I think it's going to be a really good one. I'm interested to see if Nikki Cross comes into play, though, in this match.
Yeah, we have to remember her because, you were just talking about this new era with Bianca and Rhea winning, and like, we're going to see fresh faces. And I agree with you. So that's why I have Rhea winning, because I wouldn't be surprised if we see Nikki Cross going for the title in a couple weeks. Naomi, I know everybody wants Naomi to have that title shot.
Yeah.
I want Naomi to have that title shot too. I know Eva Marie just popped up, and I know everybody's like, no, but
there's that.
you gotta put her into consideration. But there's so many people, so I feel like Rhea needs to win.
I agree. I think this has to be a big win for Rhea. I think this is going to solidify her as a top superstar for years to come if she gets this win on Sunday. So I'm excited for it. It's going to be a match that delivers. I love seeing these two go at it. So I'm excited. They're giving us like WrestleMania quality matches at
they
like
really
Hell in a Cell.
I was looking at the card, a couple days ago, and I was like, oh, wow, this is good. And when they, obviously I was watching Raw and SmackDown when they kept on announcing everything. I was like, oh. And then when you see it all together, you're like, oh, snap, this is awesome. This should be good. But I want to also get into a match that we were talking about before we started to record this. Rey Mysterio versus Roman Reigns. Yeah. Now, the time we were filming this is such a weird one. This has never happened to me in the time I have done previews with people. But WWE announced that Hell in a Cell, well, I should say, Rey Mysterio announced that he wants to have Hell in a Cell happen on SmackDown, which is happening tonight for us. So Roman Reigns is accepted. Like, you tell me.
I can't see this match really going down on SmackDown.
Yeah, same.
It just, first of all, it's Rey Mysterio and Roman Reigns. It's like two of the biggest names. This is a pay-per-view match, and giving away for free, like, what?
Forgetting this, we deserve this. What?
It's like, make people subscribe to that Peacock if you want this. I'm very surprised to see this taking place on SmackDown. I think what we're probably going to see is a beatdown of Rey, leading into Hell in a Cell. Or the match could take place, and this is a wild theory. We could get Dominic versus Roman on Sunday.
Yeah, so I was thinking about it today. I had like a good hour just thinking about this match because I wasn't confused. I was like, oh my God, this has never happened. I've never seen this, and I'm not trying to make it like I have all of this experience and I've seen this so many times, but I was like, what? This is awesome. It's exciting. But I can either see the match not happening tonight and then actually happening on Sunday, or Dominic replaces Rey for this Sunday, which I wouldn't mind either, because it's kind of giving Dominic that opportunity because he's this rising star for the Mysterio family and all that fun stuff. So if the match happens on Friday Night SmackDown, or if it happens on Sunday, I definitely have Roman Reigns coming out on top right now. He's just unstoppable, and you really want to see him be champion going into the next pay-per-views, because we have the WWE Universe returning. That's big, and the pop for him. I'm excited to hear that. We're so excited to hear your beautiful faces in the stands. But for you, who do you got winning this match if it happens?
I've got Roman.
Definitely. If it happens.
I could see Roman winning this. I mean, the thing is, like you just mentioned, going back on the road, Roman is one of the most popular stars.
He is.
I can't see him not being champion going on the road, especially heading into SummerSlam, which
I
is
was just
going to
about
be
to say that. SummerSlam.
huge. Yeah, not that Rhea is not a huge star as well. Like Rhea definitely is another incredible person. I'd love to see him with the championship again. I think he's earned it. But I think Roman, he, like you said, he's so unstoppable. I want to see this continue. Secretly, I really want to see like a triple threat with him and the Usos for the title at some point. So I just want him to hold on.
I've always wanted
longer.
that. Yeah, I agree, and I feel like Ray has so much more stuff coming on the horizon. I won't be surprised if he's on the cover for 2K. I believe it's 22. You know, he's one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champion, so there's a lot going on for him. But unfortunately, I have Roman Reigns winning this match. But I want to get into Bayley versus Bianca Belair for the SmackDown Women's Championship. All right, let me just set something straight. Everybody, listen. You know what's up, Jake. So I don't know how to start this. So I was on somebody else's show, and somebody decided to cut up a video where it made me look like I hated Bianca. I like Bianca. I love her. I feel like she is just one heck of a talent. She's so athletic. She's great as champion. She made history at WrestleMania, something that I love to watch on my TV. When I was watching her on my TV, I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. I love Bianca. But here's where the but comes in. I think Bayley is more superior in this match. And that doesn't mean I don't like Bianca. I swear, I love Bianca. She's a great person outside the ring. Very nice, very down to earth, amazing in the ring. I love watching her matches. But Bayley's more superior in this match. She was in Hell in a Cell last year. I'm not saying this match is going to be in a cell, but I could see it, you know. Bayley was in Hell in a Cell last year. She has faced Hall of Fame worthy opponents. She has this long list of accolades. She has a resume like none other, so she's more superior and more dominant in this match. So I'm gonna go with Bayley winning. I listen. I love Bianca, but Bayley could win. I'm gonna say that.
I hear what you're saying though. Like Bayley's resume is incredible and so impressive. But for me, that's why I think she's the perfect opponent for Bianca to really establish Bianca's run. Because I think I could see Bianca winning this. Bianca, I think, is in the same boat as Rhea, where she's a future star. She's going places. She's a fresh new champion. And Bayley is the established star already. We all know Bayley. We love it. And what I love about Bayley is last month, I'm loving the newer things she's working in. That laugh thing was so funny.
It's
like
so
I love
good.
her. She's having a great time.
She really is, and she's just the perfect heel to go up against Bianca because Bianca, she's your classic face. You love her. You want to see her win every single time. Then you have Bayley, who's like this just annoying person. And you're like, just go. No, stop with the laughing. What are you laughing at? So, it's a really good story. And that's why I'm really looking forward to this match. It's because it's classic. It's a classic. Good guy versus bad guy.
The match is going to be so good. And that's what I love too. There's no like blurred line. Like with the Rhea Charlotte thing, there's a little bit of a blurred line as to, is Rhea a good guy like right now? Like is she kind of, she's been a little heelish. Yeah, but like this is clear cut. Bianca's the face, Bayley's the heel. And I love that. And I think they both really worked off of each other so well. And I think they both developed their own characters stronger. I think we've gotten to know more of who Bianca is as a champion this last month, which I feel like her first month, WWE wasn't putting in as much effort as to like showcasing like, who is Bianca? Like, she won at WrestleMania, but like, I want you guys to push her more.
I want to see her story.
Yes. And I think we're getting that now with this Bayley thing, and we're getting more for her. And she's been killing it in the promos. Bayley's been killing it in the promos. The two of them, I think, are just going to put on an incredible matchup. And I think Bianca's going to win this one. She's another one. I think heading into SummerSlam, for me personally, I think we're going to see a Sasha Bianca rematch. So many B's at SummerSlam. So I think heading into maybe a Sasha Bayley reunion again. Who knows? But I'm interested to see where this goes post this pay-per-view. I kind of am secretly hoping they make it a Hell in a Cell match. Just because
they both deserve it. Like it would be really cool to see this match in Hell in a Cell.
So good. I just know there'd be some incredible spots with it. We've seen what Bayley can do in the cell, and it's so good. And I want to see what Bianca can do in there too. And just like I can just imagine like post match, I think we're gonna see possibly a Sasha return and her just like decimate Bianca. So I'm excited to see this. I love what's going on in the SmackDown Women's division right now. So what's there right now? So I'm hoping it builds, but I'm loving it. So.
Yeah, and I want to add to what you were saying about Bianca and how we're seeing more of her. And I want to talk about that one promo she did, I believe it was last week, when they put all like the Bayley faces on the Thunderdome and she was just laughing. I loved Bianca's promo. I was so connected to it when she was like, I've had people, tell me I was too strong, I was too manly, I was this and that. Like, I felt that, and I loved it, and I love those type of promos, and that's where we really got to see more of her story, which I think is so important when you're a champion, when you're a face as a champion. I really think we're getting that from Bianca, so I love the promo. And then when Bayley came in, it was like, okay, this is getting good. This is really good. So overall, this feud has been excellent. I'm enjoying it. I'm really excited for the match on Sunday at Hell in a Cell. But I want to jump into Drew McIntyre versus Bobby Lashley in Hell in a Cell. Give me your predictions.
So I think Lashley's going to win this one. At first I was like, okay, McIntyre, I'd love to see him being champion as they head back on the road because he has done an incredible job as WWE champion this past year. He put incredible matches, and I think he proves a lot of his doubters wrong, which I really love the most. He is one of the nicest guys like I've had the opportunity to meet with wrestling. Obviously, like I'm more of a women's fan, so like when I do meet like a great guy, I'm like, oh yeah, awesome. But I've really enjoyed his work, and I think Lashley is really growing as a champion as well. I think MVP is. At first I was kind of like, okay, like Lashley's champion, that's cool, but I'm enjoying it more as we're going along. I think MVP is a great mouthpiece for him. I'd love to see them add a female to the group, possibly Naomi. But
I was thinking about that, and I feel like Naomi would be perfect. I feel like she would be.
Her heel work.
I would love her in that.
Oh, so I'm sorry. I'm turning this into a women's wrestling discussion again. So, I'm excited for this match though because I think this is going to be the final chapter for Lashley McIntyre one way. Because I believe the stipulation is this is McIntyre's last shot at the title.
Yeah, I was just about to say that because if he loses, he can't have a title shot if Bobby's still the champ. Yes, it's not like forever.
Yes. So I think for this one, Lashley winning would be such a solid heel move to take away McIntyre's opportunity to even get a shot at the title again. Would be really good for him. And I think McIntyre can go on to face like possibly a legend going into SummerSlam, which would be a marquee match for him. I think he's a marquee star. So I think Lashley's going to win this matchup. I think we're going to see some hard-hitting stuff. I don't know if this is going to be the only Hell in a Cell match we see. It could change, but I'm excited that it's in the cell.
Yeah, I know Ray and Roman is supposed to be in the cell if it happens on Sunday, but so far this is the official one that's in the cell. But looking at this match, I've really enjoyed the Hurt Business and what's left of it, because I know Shelton and Cedric left it. But I just love MVP as his mouthpiece. It ties everything together. It ties all the loose ends. It makes everything just fit together. It's perfect. And then with Drew, who's your classic baby face, it works. It all works. Now, I know you're just talking about going on the road, how you would love to see Drew as champion. Me too, but I literally predicted this before, and I was like, oh, it's probably going to be Drew's going to fight some legend, and it's going to be this huge match. Everybody wants to tune in, and then Bobby's going to do his own thing with somebody else at SummerSlam or Money in the Bank. Either way, I think it's going to be a very hard-hitting match, something that you need to watch, something that is can't miss, and I really think it's going to be a great match. And I always enjoyed their matches. It's not
Same.
like and I feel like it's not deja vu with their matches. Great song, by the way.
I agree. Yeah. No, I agree. I think they've been able to work in some new things. I think even like the added element of Kofi this last month was a really fun element.
I want to see him as champ
too.
again, because when he had that title, oh my god,
it was magic.
You felt the positive vibe. You were feeling it. You were so invested in that storyline. I wouldn't mind seeing Bobby versus Kofi at Money in the Bank, or even at SummerSlam. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, and I would be excited for that.
I think that would be a great opponent for him, either at SummerSlam or the pay-per-views pre-SummerSlam. Kofi is such a star, and he puts on a great match with everyone. And I think it'd be so fresh to see him and Lashley. It's so cool for me, like, when I was like, because I was watching these guys in like 2007 to 2008, 2009, when like they were like mid-carders, or like going for the US title, or like just maybe not even on the show. Yeah. So it's like, it's so cool to see them now being the top stars and the draw. So like, good for them. They've all worked really hard. So I'm excited.
They deserve it. But I miss Kofi in the title picture. I feel like we haven't seen him get that official title shot, and he deserves it. He needs it. He
does.
I want to see him as champ again. I feel like he would be the perfect person to beat Bobby Lashley. Even though I love Bobby Lashley as champion, it would all fit together. But so those are all the matches, the official matches. But I want to get into some matches that we could see happen. First of all, Seth Rollins versus Cesaro. I won't be surprised if that gets right.
Yes.
That's like a definite. That's like,
it's got to happen. I love their matches. I love their feud. And I think it needs to happen as well. I want to see Cesaro get another opportunity at the title. But he's obviously got to go through Seth to get that. So, but I definitely want to see them go at it this weekend.
Yeah, and I'm enjoying Seth Rollins' character right now. He makes it's him. It's not like him in real life, but it's, it's him. It's perfect. And I feel like Cesaro recently during the pandemic, we've seen him become this person that you can just get behind and jump on the bandwagon with him. Just be like, you got this, man. I know everybody wants to see him become champion. I want to see him become champion. Like, give him a belt.
I feel like over this next year, we're going to get the opportunity to see Cesaro work his way up to that. I think come WrestleMania, we could potentially see him walk out with the gold. So I'm excited.
It's exciting. I was just thinking about it. The WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. I love Natalya and Tamina as champs. I was so excited when they won, because I originally was like, oh, that'd be really cool. Like, the second generation, kind of that sort of thing. Like, I need to see that. That needs to happen. And as champs, we need that.
So good. It's so fresh too, because at first they felt like a very thrown together team for me. But as I've watched them evolve, I'm like, this clicks. This makes sense for Tamina. Like, I was like crying, like Trish Stratus retirement, Lillian Garcia, like for Tamina. Like, so I love that they're getting this time to shine right now.
They deserve it too. They worked so hard over the pandemic, from Natalya, Tamina. So it's hard because you don't know who they can go up against right now, and that's like.
It seems
unfortunate thing.
Yeah, options are slim, unfortunately. It does look like they're trying to build, at least, and I appreciate this. I like that we got a segment on Raw where they're trying to build something with Mandy and Dana. I don't know if I necessarily want a match, because I want them to maybe build this a little bit more, but I'd love to see some sort of interaction or altercation with them at Hell in a Cell, because I want this to continue. I'd love to see.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing, because like, it's not like they can just already go get the match, because I feel like it just started. So,
but like, it's tough too though, because it's like they can't really even win a number one contenders match right now, because
they can. Yeah, that's like the weird part. It's like, who do they go up against? I'm trying to think of people.
There's potentially a new team. I don't know though. We've only gotten to see so much for one week of it, but like Eva Marie and Piper. So I mean, like I personally really like it. I know it's definitely a negative opinion, but it's such a combination of when Eva was with Nia Jax back in like 2015,
I remember that. Oh, I remember that like it was yesterday, and I remember the match, Bayley versus Eva.
That is one of my favorite NXT women's title matches of all time. Like,
it really was. Honestly, the tension in that arena at Full Sail, oh my God, I was scared out of my mind. 8-year-old me was shaking in my boots. Honestly, I was so nervous. I was like, oh my God, this is it. Bayley's gonna lose the title. Like, prepare yourself, little Izzy. But that happens against Asuka. But still, I was nervous.
Well, because at the time they were like really legitimately building Eva Marie up as like a real contender for it. And she was improving. But for me, it's a mixture of that and her last gimmick where she like wasn't able to compete. And I've only seen a week of this, so I could go in a different direction. But that is the vibe I got this week. So I don't know how this is going to progress. I don't know if it's going to progress into Eva doing singles stuff with Piper doing her dirty work or a tag thing. I'm not sure.
Eva, she didn't tweet, or I don't know if she posted on Twitter, but I know she posted it on Instagram, a picture of Piper and her with the title. She photoshopped it, and it was really funny, and I was like, oh, okay, that might become a thing. But either way, I kind of like the whole Piper and Eva thing. I know it's a very random,
so random,
but it's something, it's something different. I like Piper. I've always liked watching her on NXT UK. I feel like the NXT UK women's division is stacked right now. You got Kaylee Ray, Mako. Originally, you had Piper, Xia Brookside. There are so many people on that roster that you need to watch out for. But I'm happy that Piper is on Raw and that we're going to see more of her.
I'm excited about it. So they could potentially be in the division, but I don't know. I hope we get some sort of appearance at least from the women's tag team champions. I always love seeing Natty and Tamina. So
me too. Is there any other match that you could see become a thing this Sunday?
I mean, except I could see possibly Elias and Jackson Riker having another sort of match because they've been having their little thing. So I could see that. I could see potentially Matt Riddle and Randy Orton facing someone. That would, because they've been building them up big time. I could definitely see that happening. Maybe against I don't even know what their name is now. The Retribution guys. Are they still going by Retribution, or are they just like T-Bar? And
they're T-Bar. I think they're just
T-Bar now.
Yeah.
I could see them. So I don't know.
The only thing is, Raw has already passed. So I'm like, how are we gonna get the
That's true. The only thing I can think of is like a altercation backstage. Tonight I could see some stuff. Maybe Apollo defending his title against someone.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I'd love to see Apollo's really, honestly, I think proven a lot of people wrong with this reign. It's so fresh. At first I was like, okay, but then like the gimmick at first for me, I was like, I'm not sure how I feel about this, but I'm like, okay, it's actually fun. Like
I liked it because I've never seen anything like it, so I was like, oh wow, this is cool. And then when they brought in Babatunde, who like I've actually interviewed him at Full Sail, so I was really happy. And he's a really nice guy too. So I was like, oh my God, he's getting his moment. So I'm enjoying that character, that whole storyline. But it's weird because I feel like we're at least gonna get one match, and then we're gonna get a match announced for the pre-show.
Yeah,
I feel like that's gonna be like
I can't see because the pay-per-views are about like 3 hours. So like there's with only like 4, possibly 5 matches right now, there's got to be a few more added to it. So I think on this fact, maybe something with Sammy would be great. I love seeing Sami Zayn. But I don't know. It's so interesting. I'd love personally to see another Carmella and Liv Morgan match. I've enjoyed their last 2. I'd love to see something set up for a third matchup this week. And it makes me genuinely so happy to see Liv and Carmella getting opportunities to shine, especially with the unfortunate releases we've had to see over the last few weeks. it's nice to see Liv be able to still be used and bounce back. And it's great to see Carmella back into the mix of things. I think the two of them are such extraordinary talents.
They are. They really, like,
I love them.
I really think all of them are. Really everybody is, but
yeah.
I love Carmella's thing with the wine, even though, I obviously can't drink wine, but, but I love that little thing with Reginald. That was fun. I kind of miss that, but I don't mind where Reginald has gone now. It's not terrible. And then Liv Morgan, I've always loved Liv. And
she's
I feel
great.
She caters to a specific group of girls. Like, literally, I've noticed that. Like, there are so many young girls who are like, Liv is my favorite wrestler. And I'm like, oh wow, that's awesome. And I feel like it's perfect because, like I said, caters to a certain group of girls.
Yeah.
And it's like a whole web of, it's like a whole system, the girl loves Liv Morgan, the parent ends up buying her a shirt, and then the parent gets into wrestling, and they go to a show. It's a whole little thing. So both of them are just excellent talent. Just
they're
amazing.
so good. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more of them because they're two of the women too who I feel like for me kind of they remind me a lot of that 2002 to like 2006 era of the women's division. I love.
I get old school vibes. Not they're old school, but
right.
Like that.
They're not given a ton of time for their matches, but they make the most out of it and they make them memorable, and that's what I really love about them.
Yeah, I admire that, but I feel like we talked about everything. This was so much fun.
This was awesome.
Thank you for coming on. I truly appreciate it. It was such an honor and a pleasure to talk to you, have you come on the Hot Tag. Just thank you so much. And I just had a great time talking about Hell in a Cell.
Yes, I had the best time. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course.
I'm so excited to watch the show. I think it's going to be so much fun on Sunday. So
yes, and thank you for everything. You know what I'm talking about. Oh God, what was that? I don't know.
Oh,
thank you for everything. Thank you for everything. We're not going to announce anything yet, but thank you so much. I wanted to tell you, but thank you, and enjoy Hell in a Cell.
You too, love.
Yes, and thank you guys for tuning into this episode of The Hot Tag with your girl Izzy and Jake Smith. Enjoy Hell in a Cell. Tune in on Peacock at 7 p.m. Eastern Time this Sunday. Thank you guys so much, and we will see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.